Did you know there are about 1,500 potentially active volcanoes worldwide, with 169 in the United States alone? Volcanoes are remarkable natural phenomena, but there is a problem with them. Unlike the shining northern lights, the sweeping Amazon rainforest, and the Grand Canyon, volcanoes don't stand apart from humanity and let you have a peek. The ones that are active, well, every now and then they erupt to deadly effect. Keep watching today's video because we'll tell you. We'll also cover real stories of people who actually found themselves in this scenario. Let's begin. Before we begin, it's important for you to know exactly what a volcano is. Inside an active volcano is a chamber in which molten rock, called magma, collects. Pressure builds up inside, causing the magma to move through channels in the rock and escape into the planet's surface. Once it reaches the surface, the magma is known as lava. So what would actually happen if you fell inside? For starters, the extreme heat would probably burn your lungs and cause your organs to fail. The water in your body would boil to steam, all while lava is melting you from the outside in. The volcanic gases would probably have already knocked you unconscious. Unlike Gollum from Lord of the Rings, you wouldn't just sink into the lava and gradually liquefy while still alive. Magma and lava are molten rock, but they don't behave exactly like other liquids. First, they're very dense, 2 or 3 times as much as water and the human body. Because of that density difference, a body thrown into a volcano is going to float. What's more, both magma and lava can be millions of times more viscous than water and won't deform as much or as fast when you hit it. So you'd be sitting on top of the lava flow rather than sinking in it. The thickness of the lava is the same reason why volcanologists trying to get samples don't use buckets. Instead, they stick rock hammers into the molten rock, extracting curdled up magma for testing. It's not like going to a stream and putting a bucket into the water. The bucket would just sit on top of the lava flow. In fact, lava solidifies quickly, forming a black crust at the top that's pretty sturdy, enough that it can support the weight of a person. Enjoying this video so far? Well, keep watching because there's a lot more good stuff coming up. But before moving on, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. If you don't sink, burning to death isn't necessarily the only other option. If you did sink, you probably wouldn't drown as much as quickly burn your lungs to nothing. You might burst into flames when you hit the lava's surface. Depending on the type, lava's temperature ranges from approximately 1,200 to 2,200 degrees. If you're close, you'll burn before you even hit the lava due to the radiant heat. Or you could asphyxiate or char your lungs due to the hot air and gases above the surface of the lake. Of course, you can get pretty close to lava on the surface without burning, but the inside of the volcano is an enclosed space, so the heat can't dissipate as much. The radiant heat is probably much higher here. Since magma is millions of times more viscous than water, you're going to hit hard when you come in contact, hard enough to break most of the bones in your body. Flaming skin, seared lungs, broken bones, what's next? Well, now you're stuck on the surface since it's generally agreed lava and magma don't let people sink, at least not more than a few inches. Oh, and did we mention you'd ignite into another ball of flames when you hit the surface? In the blink of an eye, it would be just your bones and ash at the top of the lava. Your bones won't stick around for long, so if you fell into a volcano, it's likely the only way you're getting out is in an urn. There's also the possibility of hitting a super dense substance on your way down at a high speed and simply breaking your neck and cracking your skull open. This is, unfortunately, one of those questions you can't answer with much more than hypotheticals, since testing those ideas would probably be deadly for the unlucky subject. Falling inside a volcano may seem impossible to survive, but there have been a few instances when people have somehow made it through. Here are some of them. Number 1. Unnamed USA soldier. A 32-year-old soldier attempting to get a better view inside of Hawaii's Kilauea volcano fell inside on May 3, 2019. He was seriously injured, but survived miraculously after falling 70 feet into the volcano's crater. One night, he had climbed over a permanent metal railing at the steaming bluff overlook to see inside the crater when the ground collapsed beneath him. A soldier at the Schofield Barracks in Oahu, he was taking part in a training exercise on Hawaii's Big Island when the accident occurred. A visitor who witnessed the fall alerted the authorities. Luckily, instead of falling 300 feet, he landed on a narrow ledge about 70 feet down. Rescuers from Park and Country were able to climb down to the ledge, secure the man to a stretcher and bring him back up, where he was airlifted to a hospital. Number 2. Alesso Carrere. Solfatara is a sulfurous volcanic crater near Pozzuoli, Italy. It's often a tourist destination for people who want to catch a glimpse of a beautiful sight. While the volcano is dormant and hasn't erupted since 1198, it's still quite hot. Magma exists beneath its surface along with boiling sulfur. In September 2017, a couple and their 2 sons went to see the attraction. The older brother, aged 11, slipped and fell into a hole that cracked beneath his feet. Naturally, the frantic parents scrambled to save their son, only to fall into the hole themselves. After tragically being overcome by sulfuric fumes, the 2 lost consciousness. The younger brother, Alesso, managed to escape to safety and miraculously survived the traumatic experience. Number 3. Unnamed porter in Tanzania. One instance of falling into a volcano happened to a poor man who was part of a group exploring Adonyalunge, a bizarre and active volcano in Tanzania. The unnamed man fell into a volcano but amazingly survived. The date was August 21st, 2007. A team was walking on the volcano, and a Maasai porter fell into a lava-filled crevice. His arms and legs were severely burned, but amazingly, the porter climbed out of the lava himself. How did this man get so lucky? It has to do with the volcano's unusual lava, which never goes above 510 degrees Celsius or 950 degrees Fahrenheit, making it a reasonably cool volcano. Such lava is usually slow-moving, black, rolling, and viscous, rather than bright red or the orange type that you usually see on TV. The man placed his pack down and stood on it until he was able to climb out of the thick, slow sludge and make it to safety. Nothing short of a miracle. Number 4. John Slimp. Mount Saint Helens has been one of the most famous volcanoes in the world since its eruption in 1980. In 2008, a 52-year-old Oregon man named John Slimp was snowmobiling near the volcano. His son had just returned from the Iraq War, and the two decided to take a friend out to the volcano and cruise around on snowmobiles. Once there, they decided to hike to the rim of the crater. But when they reached the top and walked over to the rim, a day of fun and games quickly fell apart, turning into a nightmare scenario. John Slimp fell into the volcano. Slimp fell a total of 457 meters, or about 1,500 feet. Yet, he miraculously survived. His descent was stopped by a snowbank after about 46 meters, or 150 feet. It then crumbled and he slid the rest of the way. Help was called, and Slimp had to be rescued by a team with a helicopter. Medical technicians arrived on the scene within hours and were able to save his life. Number 5. Unnamed Bali woman. It was an enjoyable day on vacation in Bali for British firefighter John Conway. Conway was enjoying his own hike on Mount Batur when suddenly a woman who was also hiking the volcano fell off of a platform and into the crater. Fortunately, she only ended up falling 131 feet when she took the plunge. John's firefighter instincts sprung into action quickly. He gathered some people nearby and came up with the genius idea of forming a human chain, arm in arm, to get down and rescue the woman. This attempt was successful. John returned the unnamed woman to safety and used his firefighter training to keep her conscious until help could come. Have you ever seen a volcano in real life? What's the closest you've ever been? Let us know in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Curiosity. Wait! Why not fulfill your curiosity by watching these other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or the right video and enjoy.